Welcome to ScholarOne Manuscripts, Intro to Email Templates. The objectives in this course will be to give you a better understanding of email templates. We will cover overview and navigation, and look at the different types of emails available for your sites. We'll talk about editing emails, paying attention to email tags, adding templates, as well as your email tools. Before we get started, it is important to know about the Power of IMPL, short for implementation. All sites have a copy where you can learn more about how your site works. mc-impl.manuscriptcentral.com and / with your journal abbreviation. The IMPL site uses the same user ID and password as your live site. IMPL does not send email or contain actual papers. Please do not have your live site and the IMPL site open at the same time. All sites are created from a master list of sites. Sites contain emails with text provided. It is the responsibility of the journal office to update the templates if needed. Email templates are located in the Admin dashboard in the Admin Tools section. Training has come up with a specific way to look at email templates, and we will go through the templates in the following order: email notifications and reminders, invitation emails, invitation response emails, decision letters, author reminders, system emails, hyperlink emails, and printable email letterhead. Email notifications and reminders are used to facilitate communications between roles. These are task-related notices and reminders. All tasks are configured with a set number of days for completion. Typically, email notifications and reminders are automated to ensure delivery. Each workflow has its own specific set of email templates. Submitted workflow, SW abbreviation, resubmitted workflow, RSW abbreviation, when configured, revised workflow, RW, accept workflow, and invited author workflow, IW. This is an example of the list of email notifications and reminders. The email notifications and reminders screen is broke out into the following sections: section heading, task, email template name or names, edit before sending, active, when task enters or reminder days, modify, and delete. Please note, we do not recommend deleting any templates on your site. Invitation emails are used to invite reviewers to review papers and used to invite authors to submit papers. For authors, this could be invitations for special issues and book reviews. Each workflow has its own set of email invitations. Submitted workflow, SW, resubmitted workflow, RSW when configured, revised workflow, RW, invited author, IW. This is an example of invitation emails. Notice more than one invitation can be created. Required for event must not be unchecked. This is required in order for the process to be completed. Tags used in invitation emails are invite responses, document title, document abstract, and document authors. Document authors will not be used on a double-blinded site. Here is an example of an invitation email, and the tags that are being used. Here is an example of what the Invite Responses tag looks like when the invitation is getting sent to the reviewer. The links that appear to the reviewer can be configured, so if you only need agreed or declined, unavailable can be turned off. Invitation response emails are used to respond back to a reviewer or author that has been invited. They are triggered when a reviewer or author clicks on the link in the invitation. Each workflow, again, has its own specific set of email responses. Submitted workflow, SW, resubmitted, RSW, when configured, revised workflow, RW, and invited author, IW. This is an example of the reviewer invitation response list. This is also set up as required for event, just like the invitation emails. The review link tag is used in the agreed letter. And one tip we'd like to give is add specific instructions into the agreed email as well. You can do this either by text or by adding a file. Note, only one response email can be configured for each response type, unlike invitation emails. Decision letters are used to respond back to an author that a decision has been reached on their paper. Multiple options can be created for decision type. Thank you letters to reviewers can also be sent at decision, as well as other notices can be sent at decision. Each workflow has its own specific set of decision letters. Submitted workflow, SW, resubmitted workflow, RSW when configured, revised workflow, RW. You can create more than one decision letter for each type of decision. You can also create thank you letters to reviewers. The thank you letter should never be checked as required for event. It is an extra email that is sent out after the decision has been made and sent to the author. The tag used in the thank you letter is called Task All Rev Email Closed, and it is used in the BCC field. This will BCC, or blind carbon copy, all the reviewers who completed reviews for that paper. This is an example of the different types of decision letter tags that can be used in your templates. Author reminders are used to remind authors to submit their revision. Multiple reminders can be created. BCC the admin or the editor to help keep track of authors that may need an extension. Each workflow has its own specific set of author reminders. Submitted workflow, SW, resubmitted, RSW when configured, revised workflow, RW. We recommend that you BCC the admin or the editor in the reminder to help keep track of authors who may need extensions for submitting their paper. Here you can see an example of the BCC field. System emails are triggered by non-workflow events. They are broke out into different types. The types are emails for authors and co-authors, invited authors MRW, account-related emails, and miscellaneous event-driven emails. System emails for authors and co-authors are triggered by actions performed by the admin. These are manuscript is unsubmitted, manuscript is withdrawn, and immediate reject from the admin checklist when configured. System emails are also confirmation emails of a successful submission by the author. Best practice: emails in this section marked with the red REQ should always be left active. System emails for invited authors, MRW, are used to remind authors they have not responded to their invitation. They are also used to notify authors that they have been unassigned or uninvited. You will not need to edit this section if you are not using the invited authors workflow on your site. System emails, account-related emails, are used to send people the ability to reset their password. They are also used to notify someone when they have had their account created or modified. These emails are set to a publisher level standard and you should not need to edit. System emails, miscellaneous event-driven emails, are notifications for additional configuration options in ScholarOne manuscripts. These are broadcast emails, export information, transfers, plagiarism checking, and conversation tool. Special notices for editors and reviewers are also located here. Unassign editor, assign new editor, reviewer reminder 1, reviewer reminder 2, unassign reviewer, and uninvite reviewer. Emails in this section marked with the red REQ should always be left active. Clicking on a question mark in this section of templates is extremely helpful. This will actually open a description of telling you when the email is triggered and from where, as well as by whom. Hyperlink email is triggered by clicking on a person's name. It can be triggered from inside the details of a paper, user searches, author center, reviewer center. You can have multiple hyperlink emails as shortcuts for non-specific workflow events. The default templates in this section you should not need to make edits to. But here is an example of additional templates that can be added as shortcuts for your journal. Printable email letterhead is used in the audit trail of a paper after the email has been sent. It allows for emails to be put in the letterhead of the journal, which can make it look more formal. You can have multiple letterhead templates if needed. Create an RTF document with the journal's information and an email tag called Email Body. In the audit trail on the paper, you will see a printer icon. Clicking on the icon will open a window so that you can save the RTF file. The email is now in the template and ready to be saved as a PDF and sent out. Editing email, we're going to talk about accessing the email tags. Access to email tags is located to the right of the subject line on every template. The tag list is broken out into different sections to make navigation easier. Use Ctrl F to find the tag you're looking for. Copy and paste tags into your templates to avoid errors. Use the Export as CSV link at the bottom of your tag list to export the list into Excel. The following screens give you the type, description, and examples of the different types of tags available. If you work on more than one journal, it is good to know that you could have different tags for each site. At the bottom of every tag list, there is the ability to add user-defined tags. These tags can be used to create custom information that you can pull into your email templates. Click on Add a User-Defined Tag to open up the tag creation window. The name section will become the tag, and the body area will become what is seen in the email. Note, you do not need to add the double hash marks, as the system will do this for you when you click Save. Using a tag can save time when editing templates, as you can edit a tag when needed to make changes, versus having to go into every email template. When editing email templates, it is important to know the difference between the p-roll tag and the person tag. A p-roll tag is role-specific, and it describes the person or group of persons within a role, such as the p-roll editor email. Person tag describes the single individual who needs to receive the email. Example: if you put a p-roll tag in the To field of a reviewer reminder, all reviewers would be notified about the one person who is late. Therefore, we use the person tag in the To field of a reviewer reminder. And here's our example. Tip: if someone receives an email from a p-roll, such as an editor, and they click Reply, their email will go to that editor. If you prefer to have all replies going through the journal office, change the p-roll to the Site field tag, Email Contact Admin Center Email. This tag is located in the Site field tag list. The Email Contact Admin Center tag pulls information into your email templates from the configuration settings in your admin tools called Set Email Contacts. Even with the From field set to the Admin Center tag, the signature tag can still be the p-roll tag, so that it pulls in the signature of the editor. When editing the email notifications and reminders, it is important to know the meaning of the different statuses in the When Task Enters section. Pending: has entered task but not completed. Example: pending admin checklist. Processing: has been started but not yet completed. Example: 2 reviewers agree to review, but nothing's been submitted. Overdue: a task is in an overdue status when the number of days given to the task has expired. Completed: has completed, reviewer has submitted review. Abandoned: still open when decision is made, reviewer has agreed, EIC makes decision. Rescinded: moving a manuscript back one step, to rescind a review or decision. Closing: when the task is still open and a decision has been made before the task is completed. The most common types you'll be using will be pending, overdue, completed, abandoned, and rescinded. The Reminder Days section is based upon the number of days that have been configured for a task to be completed. 7 means the task will automatically be reminded 7 days after the task is due. -7 is before the task is due, and 0 is on the date the task becomes overdue. When using the Reminder Days column, it is important to not use anything in the When Task Enters. It must remain at the triple dash. When adding a new template to a section of emails, you will be able to copy from your existing templates by clicking on Add Template. You'll receive a Copy From option in the Edit section. Remember to give your new template a name after you copy. Email tools can search and replace text, download an XML file, and download a CSV file to check templates that have valid email addresses. Unless you are familiar with XML, it is recommended that you not use this section. For the Search and Replace tool, click Go to see your Search for and Replace with options. It's great for global changes, but note it does not tell you what templates are updated. It just completes the task. If you're going to need to do some valid email address checking, this Export to CSV is extremely helpful. Here, it is going to allow you to see validation in the From, To, CC, and BCC fields. I hope you have enjoyed the introduction to email templates. You should have a better understanding of email templates, email types, editing emails, email tags, adding templates, and email tools. Thank you for watching.